What's your scariest night watch experience? The night I had to watch my best friend slowly die from an IED blast while we waited 4 hours for a medevac that never came because our position was too dangerous for helicopters to land. This happened during my second deployment to Afghanistan in 2011. We were at this tiny outpost in Helmand province, just 12 guys manning a checkpoint on a supply route that Taliban fighters used for smuggling. My battle buddy Martinez had been with me since basic training. We'd deployed together twice, and he was like a brother to me. Martinez was the kind of guy who always had your back and could make you laugh even when everything was going to hell. That night, we were pulling guard duty together in Tower 3, which overlooked the main road. Around 0200 hours, we heard an IED exploding about half a mile down the road. We could see flames in the distance. Martinez and I were discussing whether to radio it in when a second explosion went off right underneath our tower. The blast launched both of us into the air and brought down half the concrete structure. I landed hard, but mostly unhurt. Martinez wasn't so lucky. When I found him in the rubble, Martinez had taken shrapnel to his abdomen and chest. He was conscious, but bleeding internally, and I could tell his injuries were beyond what I could treat with our basic supply. I immediately called for a medevac helicopter while applying pressure bandages and starting an IV, but command said the LZ was too hot. Enemy fighters were still in the area, and they couldn't risk losing a helicopter crew. We'd have to wait until morning. Martinez knew he was dying. He kept asking me to tell his mom that he loved her and to make sure she got his Purple Heart. He was scared, but trying to stay strong, making jokes about finally getting to go home early. For 4 hours, I sat with Martinez while he slowly bled out. I kept changing his bandages and monitoring his vitals, but there was nothing I could do to stop the internal bleeding. He got weaker and weaker as the night went on. The worst part was how aware Martinez was of what was happening. He wasn't unconscious. He was completely lucid and knew he was going to die. We talked about his family, our plans after the army, and things he wished he'd done differently. Around 600 hours, Martinez squeezed my hand and said, "Thanks for staying with me, brother. Don't let this mess you up." Then his eyes closed and his breathing stopped. The medevac helicopter finally arrived at 0630 hours, 30 minutes after Martinez died. If they'd reached us 4 hours earlier, Martinez probably would have survived. The scariest part wasn't the enemy attack. It was watching someone I loved slip away while I sat there helpless to stop it. Some watches last forever, even after they end.